in his first All-Star game in 1980 in Washington, Larry Bird made history. What was that, Bob? He made a three-pointer. I said one singular, a three-pointer that basically put the game away. Okay? And it was newsworthy. He hit a three. Wow. Well, then we got into a discussion about the three. Now, here's the revelation that I love. Larry Bird said, well, hell, we never practiced threes. He said, the first time I practiced threes was prior to the first three-point contest in 1986. I never practiced threes. I just took them when they were there. And yeah, he said, today, high school kids, it's the game. Everybody takes threes because that's the game. But in his day, it was a bad shot. A bad shot. He said in KC one time, it was funny, he said, made him laugh. He was in New York, and Casey told him, don't take so many stupid threes in so many words. Maybe he didn't use stupid, that's mine, but he basically said, you guys you're taking too many threes. First possession, Danny cranks a three. And Larry laughed like hell. He said, I couldn't believe it. It was great. So anyway, but now the game, and I said, Larry, would you want to take 10 or 11? Not really, but he'd adapt. And of course, but that's just, so that's the difference in the game. Just think about that. He never practiced a three until he just had that. He happened to have that range.
Right. He had the gift. He used the form, and he wasn't greedy with it.
Oh no. Every once in a while I would get personally angry at a couple of threes would be taken early in the game that I said, you don't need that. And Larry would be guilty of it once in a while, not very often, but once in a while, but that's the way, but
even like the greats, if you look, okay, I'm going to say the last four great NBA players, greats, Bird, Magic, Jabbar would come before them. Bird, Magic, Michael, LeBron. None are known for the three-point shot.
Well, Larry, I associate Larry with one.
I guess, yeah, but
the earlier exponents of it. And Larry, but here's the thing: I didn't get into it with him, and I should have. I thought he used it strategically. I thought Larry, in his mind, saved it for late in the game as a rule, or a certain in the key at certain runs when he thought it was a good strategic weapon. That he would use, and I thought he was the first great exponent of it in a strategic way. And there were other guys that liked it right away, but anyway, Magic certainly not. He developed into where he could make them once in a while. Michael had the famous game in the playoffs when he hit when he did hit the 5 in a row against Portland, and the famous shrug, the shrug thing. Yeah, sure. And LeBron has made himself into it. He had 3 in a row here tonight, right down the stretch.
Right, but none of these guys were.
That's not his identity. It's not. And last thing in the world for Magic's identity. Magic's identity is passing, and Michael's is in all kinds of scoring, and that included the capability of making a three, but not
defense,
but not a reliance on a three.
Yeah, I mean, Steph's the first guy that you would. He's not in their class, but. Before the three-point guy was a specialist, it was Chris Ford. It was Scott Wedman. Reggie Miller and Ray Allen were probably the most complete players where it was their thing. But even when Ray, and this is no disrespect to Ray, who I think should be in the Hall of Fame. I'm a Ray Allen guy. Ray was known as a three-point shooter.
Oh, Ray was that was his identity.
That was his identity, but he was more than that. But I think Ray and Reggie Miller were the first guys known that's their identity.
Yeah, Now, I tell you another guy that was very good and that happened to be Del Curry, Steph's father.
Steph's dad. Yeah,
a few guys out there like that.